Hey, Casey here.
Rude awakening.
Man, it has been a crazy few days, man.
Yeah, very much, right?
It was hard here on the ground. You went up in the mountains afterwards to kind of, I guess, document, record
Yes.
what happened here.
Yes, so on the 6th, we, Jim and I and Allison went up the mountain.
Yeah.
And got pictures of the birds going into the pen. We got videos going into the pen, into the kill pen, right? So we've got pictures, right, you know, of the they had two groups of birds left that they were trying to get in. They had a group that was over towards the gray barn, the gray Quonset hut, and then over and towards and then there was a group of other side.
Okay, we're back. We're back.
Group of 5 that were on the other side, and then so we're gonna do one more count. All right, we're gonna do one more count. We're fixing out the pictures right now. We're kind of getting it ready, trying to find the best ones for a count.
Mike is good at counting.
Just to kind of break it down a bit. So you've got a concentration of the birds, right?
In the kill
which
pen,
made it
right?
a little easier, yeah.
Like, so basically,
a large concentration in the kill pen, obviously.
Yeah, and a few birds outside, right? Kind of thing. Okay.
So when we got it, we're out to. So we got 2 pictures, 3 photos inside the kill pen right now that we're looking at numbers between 178 and 186 birds. We've got 5 birds they were having trouble getting, plus approximately 54 birds that were in towards the kill pen. I don't think I have my picture of the.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, when I do it up with this one, I'll overlay them and summit, and we'll post all of this tomorrow. We're gonna get it all ready. We just want to kind of preface people for what we saw, and some of the stuff that we have to do. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna put out some pictures, and we're gonna put it out. So like I was saying, I counted it, just a couple quick counts, right, and counting by rooster and by hens, right. So even we're sitting at sitting at a number of 123 for hens, say, and 122 for roosters altogether.
So that would be like
245 is the highest number. 237.
Yeah, and Mike did a few counts with a few different pictures, and you got a similar, like a pretty close number. I mean, so if we can get these videos out, which we will, or these photos out, I'll get everything ready, get them out in the morning. Mike's numbers from his counts and his own eyes and his own counting were clustered together. If 10,000 people on the internet also count and those numbers are clustered together,
then those numbers should tell everything.
Yeah, it should be fairly accurate.
Should be fairly, probably the most accurate, right? Because we'll have the biggest concentration.
Well, and you've provided these,
and it's easy enough to see in the pen, perhaps, right?
It's also comparable to what you've done before. Like, so
for all
this
the
has
numbers
been
before.
done and given to the RCMP. So, like, at this point, people need to just, like, man, it's time.
So, like, at one point, at one point we're at about 228. That was the last count that we did when they were in all the pens, right? Was 228, 227. So now we're at 237, 245 with them all in the pens, with them all grouped together. Almost easier to count the hens and the roosters. Yeah. And that's what we're going to be looking for, is the number of hens and roosters, because we're starting to think there's a correlation between the hens, right, for the number of hens left that were killed, and the amount of actual hens there was. Yeah,
and that's relevant, right? So there should be, I've talked to multiple family members who said the number of, the ratio of hens to roosters, so there should be like a 2 or possibly even 3 to 1 ratio. Yeah, I'll just use this one. Yeah, 2 to possibly 3 to 1 ratio of female to males. and what I see out there is mostly males.
Yeah.
And so the females are relevant because they're the ones that give eggs. They're the ones that can birth the eggs that have these antibodies or the signs that they could be after, right? So
with some intent with the older birds, the ones that have the tags, right?
Yeah.
And as you noticed, there was a lot less.
So I think also tomorrow maybe I'll put out the videos or the pictures. We saw pictures as well of birds that were clearly spray painted in two different colors. So
when you look at the pictures, right? You'll probably see it on the video, even if you zoom in a bit, if you can. You'll see that they have what looks to be blue paint on their shoulder, on the roosters, and red paint on the shoulder of the females. That's about what that's what we saw from the picture, right? So you could see, depending on the way the birds were laying. So they were marking the birds, right, with blue and red paint, right? And that was done in between the count, or between them just before they started the call, and when they did the cleanup, right? Because we got pictures the next day of them shot, of them lying dead on the ground with the red and the blue paint. But I have pictures of them just before the kill, and they didn't have blue and red paint on.
Yeah,
so what was going on with that, right?
And why are they marking them? Like, they're pretty easily identifiable. I mean, the males are black.
They're black roosters, and the females are like a
lighter gray or kind of
a light color.
So I wonder why. Like, man, they should be easily identifiable. I wonder why they're marking them. The other thing that people have been speculating about, and I've posted a few pictures, it appears as though a number of these birds have been beheaded.
So
I don't know what it was there, but to me, from some of the pictures I've shown, it appears some of the birds have been beheaded.
Yeah, if you zoom in on
Pretty
the one
gruesome.
picture, you can see clearly it wasn't that it was shot off. It was like that it was cut off.
Yeah, it looked like a
right?
cross section, like of a neck to me.
Yeah, exactly, right.
And I imagine, like, man, this is graphic and disgusting, but like, I mean, we kind of have to look at this stuff. The bird neck is maybe this big, like even a 308 or a, like, I don't know, 556.
You're not going to have a clean.
It wouldn't take a bird's head off, would it? Would a 50 cal even do that?
Oh yeah, that shit would happen.
So,
I mean,
but
it all
any
depends.
normal
You're not
round.
going to have.
Yeah.
It's going to be.
And it wouldn't be
mess,
clean.
It's not going to be.
Wouldn't be
like
clean.
a swipe.
Yeah. It looked like these things were like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But,
It's
so
gross.
you know,
It's gross.
only knows what those markings were for. But they wasted no time. Once it was dark, they fired the first shots at 6:06 or something like that.
And they were blasting high-powered lights out, right? So, like, we don't have video of the actual slaughter. I mean, we have sound of the gunshots going off for hours. The first round of shooting was something like 157, 158 rounds, and they were going off quick. Like, and I mean, I've never, like, it may be different for you, but I've never had a problem with gunshots
I don't know
setting
why.
me off.
And
like,
it could be something to do with the science of the. Could be to do with the science of the birds, right? Because 70-some birds were missing. The 70-some birds were. It was marked on the hay bales, right?
Yeah, inside,
on the bale,
spray
on the
painted as well.
inside.
Yeah,
right.
we'll share that as well.
So you know, you kind of start adding numbers together, and maybe it was 70-some hens that they may have taken.
That number was spray painted after the bales were erected because it was in line. Like, if that number just happened to be on bales that came in, they wouldn't come back into the same order, right? Like, it was obviously spray painted after.
Yeah.
Which is pretty gross. Everything about this is gross.
Because the numbers, then, like we're saying, I think it was 79 or 77 painted on the bale.
70-something.
And we're looking at probably 72 missing hens. So...
Shit. The conspiracy deepens. And, like, everything around here is so opaque. Like, there is zero transparency. They've got giant kill walls, and, I mean, I guess they're taking them down now and spreading them around. The severe threat of the severe biohazard is gone. They're ripping out of the field, dropping hay and shit everywhere they go. Nobody's in PPE.
Yeah.
Like, the fucking guys doing the slaughter weren't in PPE, just casually walking across the field with their rifles. It's disgusting.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, you can add all the numbers up. They were down, they were getting frustrated at the end, right? They were down to that, from what I would say, they had about 59 birds left that they were trying to corral back to get into the kill pen prior to their starting. So, and they were struggling with that. So there's also a bit of thought that they never got all of those 59 birds, and that they then had to go outside the kill pen and shoot the birds.
So there's been a lot of reports of that. There was also, I think there's also video, so we'll have to track that down. But from what I've been told, people were outside the pen shooting, and CFIA were coming through collecting bullet casings the next day.
Yeah.
Which is I mean, there's a million problems with that, right? Inside the kill pen on their, I mean, disgusting as that is, they have their two upper things, and they're probably shooting down, and, you know, 800 shots to kill less than 300 birds doesn't sound too efficient. But if they were also shooting birds outside of the kill pen, I mean, there's farms, there's adjacent properties, bullets can ricochet, bullets do a lot of crazy things.
You know, in the military, if you're to set up a range, even if it's a 3-hour place to shoot, you got to template it. You've got to template it for the rounds that you're using, and all that, and set it up for the arcs that you have. And it sounds to me like they had no arcs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
maybe
they
inside,
were
maybe
free
inside
ranging,
the kill pen,
figuring
but
that's all right. We're shooting down. Oh, it's all right. We're shooting.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna miss. You know.
Well, and I mean, I don't know about, like, I don't know if I've ever shot that many rounds before, but, like, if you're, like, up on a platform, I don't know how many shooters they had. Obviously, more, a few. It sounded like single shots for multiple rifles to me.
Yeah.
But, like, you would think there would be some fatigue that would set in there eventually, like when you're just, like, non-stop firing rounds into birds.
Yeah. I think, just to go back, I think that one of the photos that shows, like, the ostrich's head, you'll see it's been posted already. So if you look,
look on my page. I posted.
Yeah.
I posted. I think a few other people probably have. You can look on my X at Chris Stacey on X.
Yeah, and now we're just seeing how many days does it take for the CFIA to clean up and leave.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? And why is the RCMP still here?
Yeah,
like,
so
get the
still
fuck out of here, guys.
They've still got they've still got probably 15, 20 cars around, right? Like here at the farm, over at the gravel pit party.
Well, and they said yesterday, they told the family, if you want to keep the signs off the fence, it'd be a good time to take them off, because they're going to start taking down the fences. But I mean, I haven't seen any of that. And what are they going to do? Come in with an RCMP Gestapo and to say they got to protect the fence people, right? And try to infuriate everyone again? And it's all disgusting, man.
So, anyways, it's all about bringing everything together still. You know, the mission's not over. Still trying to, you know, see what the true story is, see where everything went,
I think the fact that you know, they had come to you and given you crap a few times, you know, telling you you're allowed to be on Crown land, and the fact that they came after me yesterday and threatened to arrest me.
Casey Thompson sent something.
I'll check it after you.
Yeah.
The fact that they came after me and secondly telling, I think.
Quit saying that word.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're pissed. They're pissed. Ever since Mike and I got here, they've been pissed. You know, we're shining light on a thing that nobody wants to see, and I can speak for myself, but I would rather not have ever had to see what happened here. Like, thank God you weren't here that night, man, because it was terrible. It was terrible. We're gonna keep doing what we're doing. We are acting legally, lawfully, and morally, and I won't be intimidated. I certainly don't think you will be either.
Yep.
All right, guys. So we'll get those pictures out in the morning. Can't thank you enough, Mike, for the stuff you've been up there doing, man. It's invaluable, and it's going to be what undoes these tyrannical, out of the law, man. Thank you, Mike.
And like I said, we're getting a couple pictures from Allison from that day as well. Me, her, and Jim were up there.
A ton more coming.
And yeah, and,
We haven't even
thanks,
gotten
Jim,
started.
for being there, and Allison.
Yeah, I've been laying back a little bit. Like, there's a bunch of very damning evidence and video about the escalating terror campaign the RCMP have been waging here. You know, on under the order of unelected bureaucrats at the CFIA. They have been terrorizing families here. They have made an impossible situation much worse. There's a paramilitary wing of the government here working for unelected bureaucrats, doing the bidding of foreign interests. It's absolutely crazy. And then I try to film it, and they threaten to arrest me. They threaten Mike. Like, no. We're going to keep exposing all of you legally, lawfully. You know, we're not doxing anyone. None of us have made a threat. Mike's certainly never made a threat. I haven't. You know, don't do shit you don't want exposed, and you won't be on the other end of our cameras.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah, but I would like to say thank you for doing all your shit on the camera. So that
Well,
right?
yeah, exactly. Because
Especially with you, right?
Yeah.
So for people to see that here at the Universal Ostrich Farm, the government has no rules.
No.
Right? They operate without rules, and it's to be honest, is very kind of scary. Right?
Yeah, the law doesn't exist here, and you know. Not trying to pull on everyone's heartstrings and shit
sorry,
here,
the dog's barking.
or you whatever, but I don't think it should be lost on anyone that Remembrance Day is coming up in a few days. You had to make a really hard decision to stay here. Like, we were planning to be in Ottawa for Sound of Remembrance. You know, it's a lot of crazy shit. You know, Mike and Spark got kicked out of the damn Legion here. We haven't even dealt with that issue yet. So there's a lot of nasty stuff going on here. I don't think this is the kind of as you said, the bullshit that you fought for and that your friends died for. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's leave it at that. We will have lots more coming. Daisy.
And Rude.
Out.